guys, thank you so much for watching. Today we're gonna do a video on how to do your everyday makeup with some glow on your face. But before that, I would like to apologize for not uploading any videos for the past few months because I have been to India, and then after coming back I'm still getting used to the married life, the family life, and but I promise that I'm gonna keep uploading the videos more frequently from now. I'm gonna upload at least one video a week, that way I'll get my attendance. So coming back to the video, today we're gonna do a video on how to do your makeup on an everyday basis, what kind of products you're supposed to use, and the do's and the don'ts, and I'm also gonna discuss few budget products with you throughout the video. And yeah, so let's get started. So the first thing that you need to keep in mind when you're doing your everyday makeup is to make sure that you exfoliate, you cleanse and you moisturize your skin. Especially if you have a dry skin, then I recommend that you definitely do these 3 steps, because your skin might feel patchy once you apply layers and layers of makeup on it. So right now I'm going to use the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion to moisturize my skin. One pump of this is more than enough to moisturize your face, but if your skin feels too dry, then you can apply more than that. The next step is to correct or conceal your dark circles or your pigmentation or your pimples, I would say. Here you can either use a corrector, or you can even use a concealer which is 1 shade lighter than your skin tone, just to make sure that you even up the skin which is imperfect. So right now I'm using the Maybelline New York Instant Age Rewind in the shade, I think, Honey. This is 1 shade lighter than my skin tone, so I'm gonna use this to kind of brighten up the areas around my eyes, to even it up a bit. You can either dab or you can even start applying. What this does is it's gonna get the area that you're applying evened up with the rest of the skin. It may look a little shady and a little black at first, but don't worry, it's all gonna be okay once you're done. So once you're done with your corrector or the concealer, the next thing that you need to do is choose your foundation. Always bear in mind that if you are using a foundation on an everyday basis, then it needs to be moisturizing and it needs to be very, very thin in consistency. That way it's not going to make your face cakey, or it's not going to make your skin really dry. So right now I'm going to use the Lakme Invisible Finish Foundation in the shade 04. A good replacement for this would be the Maybelline ones, but I have this right now. This is definitely available in India. This is not available in the UK and in the US. So you better go for something which is moisturizing and something which is not so cakey. So I'm going to pick this foundation up on my MAC 190 brush. I'm just going to start applying this. Starting at my jawline. Always remember that when you're applying foundation, start at the corners and then just drag the remaining ones into the center of your face. Don't start blending your foundation with the brush. You're just applying it with the brush. You're not blending it. Don't forget your neck. So once you're done applying the foundation, you can use a damp sponge or a damp beauty blender to blend or kind of give a finishing to your foundation. Now just start pressing the foundation into your skin. Don't rub it one word or two words in two directions. Just press the product into your skin. That way it's not gonna look cakey. Always use your sponge damp, because sponges make your skin dry. They're gonna like suck up all the oil or all the moisture like your skin has on it. Okay, so once you're done applying the foundation, the next step is to use a concealer. Now this concealer is supposed to be the one which is of your actual skin tone, and right now I'm going to use the same Instant Age Divine by Maybelline, but this is in the shade Nude. So I'm just gonna now apply this under your eyes in a V shape. But always remember, on an everyday basis, if you don't have any flaws, if you don't have any dark circles, or if you don't have any pimples or as such, then I recommend that you don't use a concealer at all, because you know, you just want to let your skin breathe. Now I'm going to apply this concealer under my eyes, on my pimples and on the high points of my face. When I say the high points of my face, I mean it's the center of my forehead, it's the center of my nose, and it's the center of my chin. And then I'm going to use the same beauty blender to blend it off. The reason I'm asking you not to use any concealer if you don't have any dark circles or pimples is because putting a concealer on your face means adding an extra layer to your face, and the more number of layers to add to your skin, the more cakey it becomes. So this is how you use your concealer. Again, remember, use a damp sponge. Don't use your sponge dry. It's going to make your face really dry. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a compact powder on my face. You can either use a translucent powder or you can use a compact powder. You can also use a loose powder. For this, again, you can also use a sponge, but again, like I said, to use a sponge it needs to be damp, but we don't want any cakey makeup on our face, and that's why we're using a brush. Right now I'm using the MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC41, and the brush that I'm using is MAC 116. A good replacement for this powder, a budget replacement for this would be a Calabar powder, or you can also use the Maybelline ones that's available in the market. So I'm just gonna pick a little bit of this powder. Always remember, if you have oily face, you can apply this powder all over your face. If you have a dry face, always just remember just to apply this under your eyes. And wherever you've just applied the concealer. Don't apply it on your cheeks because since you already have dry skin, it's gonna make your foundation really cakey. So once you're done with the powder, the next step would be blush. If you don't want too much of glow on your face, then I recommend that you go for a powder blush, which is something like this in this shade. Don't go for peaches. Everyday looks doesn't really carry peaches that well. Also, don't try and use only concealer on your face, because again, concealers are really thick in consistency and they're gonna make your face look really cakey if you don't use it properly. So don't just settle in with the concealers. Always use a foundation if you're wearing your makeup on a daily basis. Now when it comes to blush, again, I'm just gonna repeat. If you have an oily face, always go for powder blushes. If you have a dry face, always go for creamy blushes. Now I'm just going to use my finger to apply the blush. I'm going to dot this blush on my face. It's hardly visible on screen, so I'm just going to apply a little bit more for you to just recognize the shade. So this is a neutral shade blush. This is not too peachy, or this is not too pink, or this is not brown. This one's, I can say this one's a nude shade of blush. Always leave 2 fingers between your nose and your cheek and then start applying the blush from that point. And one step that I do every day when I'm doing the makeup is, since we don't have too much of time when we are wearing makeup every day, I use the same blush that I've applied. I use it for my as my eyeshadow as well. So I'm gonna use the same blush on my eyes. So as you can see, once I apply, I'm using the brush that I've used for the compact to kind of blend it onto my skin. So there, that's how I apply my eyeshadow on an everyday basis. The next one is a really important part of your makeup. Always make sure that you groom your eyebrows when you're doing makeup every day, and eyebrow pencils are best replacements for powders when you're on a rush every day. So right now I'm going to use the Rimmel Professional Eyebrow Pencil in the shade Black Brown. The next step is your eyeliner. I know that most of us prefer black as our eyeliner, but if you're applying eyeliner every day, let's say if you're going to work or if you're going to someplace else, then if you're using an eyeliner on an everyday basis, then I recommend that you use a brown eyeliner instead of a black one, because eyeliners tend to smudge no matter what. When you yawn, your eyes may get watery and you know they might tend to smudge. So using a brown eyeliner might make a less mess out of the black ones. So right now I'm using the Lakme Iconic waterproof. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it says waterproof, no smudge, 10 hour stay eyeliner, and this is in the shade brown. Again, when you're applying the liner, don't just apply it all over the eyes. Just tight line your eyes using this liner. If you want, you can create a small wing at the end. The reason I'm asking you not to use a black eyeliner is because of the reason that I just said. We tend to yawn, or our eyes may get watery for different reasons, and we don't want. If you want any mascara, go ahead and apply it. I don't like applying mascara on an everyday basis, so I just wipe my eyelashes with my fingertips, just so that I make sure there's no foundation or any powder on it. So the next one is the lipstick. When you're wearing makeup on an everyday basis, I recommend that you use either light brown shades or peach shades or nude shades for your lips, because you don't want too much of color on your face, especially when you're going to work. You don't want too much of bright reds or bright oranges. So Lakme offers different shades, a huge range of browns, and the 9 to 5 range is really good. I have the Lakme 9 to 5 range lipstick in the shade Coffee Command. And again, I don't use any lip liner on an everyday basis, because again, lip liners tend to make your lips a little dry. So I just carry this lipstick or any other lipstick that I'm wearing in my purse throughout the day, and I just keep touching the lipstick throughout the day. So just apply a light coat of this on your lips. Again, if you don't want too much of color of this either, what you can do is you can just start dabbing the color onto your lips until you're completely okay with the shade. You know, if you just start dabbing this, your lips get that particular shade on the lips, but looks really matte. So yeah, that's about the lipstick. And now the last and the most important step of our makeup is to apply highlighter. I know that you believe that, you know, you want that inner glow from your skin even though you're wearing makeup and all that, but I just don't believe that, you know, you can keep carrying that inner glow from your face even after you apply the makeup. Meaning, even though your face glows naturally, what really happens when you apply makeup is that the chemicals in the makeup or the substances that makeup has tend to absorb all the moisture and all the glow that your face has. So you definitely have to use a highlighter if you want that glowing look throughout the day. Again, liquid highlighters are really amazing. They glow throughout the day. They have these moisturizing properties as well. But powder highlighters tend to glow more than the liquid highlighters, but they don't look natural at all. So today I'm going to use the Revlon Photo Ready Skin Lights Face Illuminating Highlighter. This is in the shade 100 Beige Light Clear Natural. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this highlighter on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to apply this on the high points of my face. When I say high points, I mean the high points of my cheekbone. Again, don't apply it under your eyes. I mean, on your under eye area. It's gonna bring out the dark circles that you have. So again, don't apply it like a foundation. Just dab a little amount with your fingers on the bridge of your nose. Unless your foundation has that highlighting properties in it, your skin is not going to glow. So make sure that you use a highlighter, so that way you get that extra glow on your face. In the center of your chin and your cupid's bow. If you feel that highlighting your cupid's bow is a little unnecessary, feel free not to apply any highlighter over there. You can also apply a little bit on the collarbone. So that's it for your everyday natural glow. Always remember that when you get back home, make sure that you remove all the makeup, otherwise your skin is going to feel terrible the next day. It's really not good to leave your makeup on. It's really not good to leave your makeup on and sleep. So it's not even good enough to leave your makeup on your skin for more than 12 hours. But if you have your makeup on for more than 12 hours in a day, make sure that you let your skin breathe the next day. So don't apply any makeup the next day. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you like my videos, and comment down below in the comment section, and I'm gonna see you next time with another video. Until then, I love you all. Take care. Bye bye.